Love is my religion. There's a power in this universe greater than you are, and you can use it. There's a love in this universe even greater than we can imagine, and we can choose to use that. And there's love in this universe even greater than we can imagine, and we can choose to let it use us. Our topic this morning is Love is My Religion. And was that not an incredible song that she shared with us? Yes. Dictionary.com says that religion is something that one believes in and follows devotedly. Something that one believes in and follows devotedly. So if our religion is love, can we even imagine that we can not only believe in it, but that we can follow love devotedly, follow it with our actions and with our life? Now there seems to be some conflict and competition among religions these days. It's not all peaceful between religions, but almost every major religion teaches love, either as a major theme or as at least they talk about it as a concept. And I did just absolutely love, we're going to look at this again. Thank you, Lori, for sending it to me, because Buddha was not a Buddhist. Jesus was not a Christian. Muhammad was not a Muslim. These are teachers that taught love. Their religion was love. So with all of the separation, all of the beginnings of these major religions were based in love. Buddha instructed us to radiate boundless love towards the entire world, above, below, across, unhindered, without ill will and without enmity. And the Prophet Muhammad said, "You will never enter paradise until you have faith, and you will not complete your faith until you love one another." And in the Hebrew Bible, the prophet Jeremiah said, "The Lord appeared unto me saying, Yea, I have loved you with an everlasting heart." An everlasting love. And in the Christian Bible, we find this. Jesus said, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Love your neighbor as yourself." Love your neighbor as yourself. And we have a lot of neighbors on this planet. And I have a lot of quotes today because I just kept finding these things that I just couldn't resist. It's like they spoke to me, and I thought they would speak to other people as well. The much-loved Sufi poet Rumi said, "Love is a bridge between you and everything." Love is a bridge between you and everything. He also said, "I belong to no religion. My religion is love. Every heart is my temple." Every heart is my temple. And then, of course, there's the Dalai Lama, possibly one of the wisest and most loving teachers on the planet, who says, "My religion is kindness." Repeat that with me. My religion is kindness. We couldn't go wrong with that. So what is love? Now, in the Glossary of the Science of Mind textbook, our founder, Ernest Holmes, wrote, "Love is the self-givingness of the spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation." Now, I translate that as God giving itself so that life can express. God moving itself into life as each one of us and everything. For love is the very impulse of life, the urge and the momentum of creation. And Emerson wrote about love. He had an essay entitled Love. He said, "Love glows and enlarges until it warms and beams upon multitudes of men and women, upon the universal heart of all, and so lights up the world and all nature with its generous flames." One more quote here from Steve Miraboli, who is an inspirational speaker, best-selling author, and behavioral scientist. Here's the way he put it: "Love is a way of life. Love is open, love is undefined, love is infinite. Love cannot be weighed down, it cannot be measured, it cannot be put on a graph. Love is all-encompassing, yet incalculable." He goes on to say, "For me, love is my religion. It's the foundation of my church, the guideline of my creed. It's the song of my prayer. It does not condemn, it does not judge, it does not betray, it does not begrudge, it does not war. When you live in alignment with love, great things happen. Love will fuel the hero and diffuse the villain. It's an endless well of spiritual and emotional nourishment. Love will forgive, heal, inspire, embrace, and transform your life." And having love as our religion is not just about loving others. It's also about loving ourselves. Because, each of us is a child of the divine. We are expressions of this one thing that can be called God, but that is pure love. That's what we are. And so each one is deserving of love, absolutely deserving of love. Here's what the Buddha said about that. "You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself, and that person is not to be found anywhere. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." So right now, take a breath and think of someone that you love with all your heart. It may be a child or a grandchild, maybe a beloved friend or a spouse or partner, some family member. Think of this person that you just dearly love. And imagine showering love over them, having it fill the area around them so that they breathe it in. Think about how much this person deserves love. And then take a big breath, another big breath, and remember that you deserve love just as much as that person that you love does. You are just as deserving of love. Oh, I know we've all made mistakes. I know we've all done things that we wish we hadn't done. But that just means we're human. It doesn't mean that we are not absolutely deserving of the love of the divine, the love of ourselves, and the love of other people. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "Love is the capacity to take care, to protect, to nourish. If you're not capable of generating that kind of energy toward yourself, it's very difficult to take care of another person." In the Buddhist teaching, it's clear that to love oneself is the foundation of the love of other people. Love is a practice. Love is truly a practice. Truly a practice. And this week, I had a chance to be reminded that there's no limit to love. I've had a chance to read Dan Brown's latest book, Origins. He's the one that wrote the Da Vinci Code. And you run across interesting, inspiring things in such interesting places. Here's what Dan Brown had to say, or one of his characters in the book. Love is not a finite emotion. We don't only have so much to share. Our hearts create love as we need it. It can be generated spontaneously out of nothing at all. And when you think about what I just had you do, which is imagine someone and feel that love, I mean, we can just create that love. We can call on it. We can access it at any time. At any time. And as we practice moment by moment, day after day, year after year, it becomes who we are. It becomes our natural response to everything. Love, love, love. I love this reading from the Christian Bible that I often use in weddings, and that you have probably all heard it. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It doesn't rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never ends. Now, it's used in weddings to remind couples of how they can put their love in action, of how they can keep that love alive. But you know, it is good for all of us in any situation, because as we practice kindness, as we practice love, as we practice patience, magic happens, and we get to experience the love and the delight and all that comes with it when we put our love into action. Now, the religion of love is quite simple. Really, it's quite simple. I mean, most religions, including science of mind and spirit, I mean, we have principles and we have things that we are encouraged to remember. But with the religion of love, it's really easy, because all we have to do at any moment is ask love what we should do. What would love do now? What would love do now? Oh, you've heard a piece of distressing news? What would love do? You've lost your phone or your wallet? What would love do? Your beloved or your boss is cranky. It's never happened to me. I mean, it's never happened to her. What would love do? I mean, we experience these things. And, you know, or you've gotten a medical diagnosis that has crashed your life. What would love do? What would love do? Of course, in those situations, we can choose anger, we can choose fear, we can choose panic, we can choose to blame someone else. But there's always also the option of love, of saying, maybe love would be patient here. Maybe love would take a little time. Maybe love would go take a nap. But we can always, always get those guidance. And as we do that, we open to the wisdom of the divine. Because when we ask, Spirit responds. When we ask, really wanting to know, wanting to love more, we are guided every time. So what would love do now? Love would be kind and gentle. Not just with others, but with ourselves. Love would let us feel our feelings and yet move on to hope and knowing that there is something greater and knowing that somehow gifts will come from anything that we experience, even if it doesn't look like it when it's happening. Because love provides amazing and specific guidance when we're open to it. There is within each one of us that voice that is the very voice of love, that knows how we can move forth in greater love. It's like a radio station. It is always broadcasting. But we only get to tune into it when we decide to. When we decide to turn into the wisdom of love and the answers that we want. So by tuning in and asking what would love do now, we open to the guidance and the wisdom and the magic of love. We can always trust that as we practice love, it certainly is going to be returned to us multiplied. And the world that we live in will be filled with more of this wondrous thing called love. So if we want to choose love as our religion, then we definitely need to practice it every day, right? Yeah, every day. So your homework, should you decide to accept it, is to go out this week and be a secret agent of love. A secret agent of love. Yeah. Now, of course, you're not going to tell people that you're an agent of love, but you are going to show them. That doesn't really work so much. But you are going to show them in as many ways as you can that you are here to bring love, that you are a secret agent of love. Now, different people and different circumstances call for love being expressed in different ways. And so one of the important jobs that you have as an agent of love is to tune in and to discern that. What is needed in this situation? How might I support that person in love? How might I support myself in love? And so it's really important to just pay attention and to what love would do. We can ask, what would love think? What would love say? And of course, what would love do? Because those questions, as we ask them, as we declare our willingness to be vessels of love, we will be blessed. We will say words of kindness. We will think thoughts of hope and positivity. And we will do what's called for. We will be called on to act in ways that are caring and compassionate, making a difference in the world. So, what do you think? You ready to go out and be secret agents of love? Yes. Okay, good. Because, trust me, if you choose to do that, you will be so blessed. You will find that blessings just return to you in ways that are absolutely amazing, magical, fun, delightful. So that's what we're here for. So are you ready to have your religion be love? Yes. Okay, love is our religion. Love is our religion. As practitioners stand, let's move into prayer. First of all, I'm so grateful to have so many practitioners here. So grateful that as we celebrate our love as our religion, that there is so much love in this room. Love for each person individually, and the love that flows between you that is so strong and so palpable and so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all that are here, for bringing your love here today. For it is the love of the divine channeled through you, channeled through me. It is never ending. There is all that we want, all that we can share, all that we can take in and receive for ourselves and then pass on to other people. Love. Sweet, sweet love. So many forms. But it is what we are and what we have come here for. We get to decide to be love. And so I know that as each of us goes through our week, that we are reminded in clear and tangible and delightful ways that we are love. We are reminded that we can be agents of love, that we can spread it wherever we go, that we can have it fill the road ahead of us that we drive on, that we can have it fill our homes and our offices and wherever we go. For when we declare that love is present, that's what tunes in. That's what calls it into reality, calls it into experience, calls it into manifestation. And so I claim that for each of us, that's what we do. We go forth being loved, loving, sharing love, and just having all of the joy and the wonder and the magic that comes with that. What I know is that each person here is absolutely blessed. And each person here is an absolute blessing. I am grateful that because I have felt this and spoken this, that it is the truth. And that part of God that we call the law cannot help but make it so. And so it is.